Okay, in this bonus level, you are going to be expected to make a scale drawing of the state of Texas using a map scale such as the one down here, which is kind of hard to see. It says 50 miles equals the distance from there to there. Okay? Now, if you know anything about the states, Texas is a little more awkward than Colorado, so I picked a very easy one. I'm going to give you an example to look at. So first off, we're going to talk about scale, and we're going to use proportions with the scale. So the first thing I need to do is look at my scale down here. It says 50 miles. So I would recommend measuring in centimeters just because it's going to be a lot easier. So I'm going to measure this scale down here and realize that 50 miles, actual miles, is equal to 11.5 centimeters. So 50 miles of actual map or actual land is going to be equal to 11.5 centimeters on this map. So that is my first rate, or my first scale. This is the scale I'm going to use for the entire thing. So 11.5 centimeters is equivalent to 50 miles. So this is what is on paper. This is the map. This is the actual. Okay? All right, so what I need to do is I'm going to measure all the way across the state here to figure out how many centimeters it is, because we are going to use this in proportional relation. So I could get a yardstick or a meter stick, but there's 30 to there. It doesn't have to be exact. There's 60. And there I have 26. So we're at 86 centimeters. So from here to the end of the state, we have 86 centimeters, right? So you've worked with proportions. We use this rate or this scale to figure out how big you're going to draw your drawing, okay? So I would use this rate, 11.5 centimeters is 50 miles equal to, and I know that I have how many centimeters? 86 centimeters, so my centimeters are on top, or my drawing is on top. 86 centimeters. And then I can cross multiply and divide. Let me get a calculator. So I can take we can use cross products. 50 times 86 equals 4,300 equal to 11.5 x, which this is the cross multiply, and now we divide by 11. So 4,300 divided by 11.5 from this side of the state of Colorado, from the west side to the east side, is going to be 374. And I'm going to put squiggly lines because I'm rounding, it's a decimal. So approximately 374 miles. Okay? So that is how we use scale to create a drawing. Now here's the challenge that you're going to face. You have to figure out a scale. This one was given to us. You have to figure out your own scale, because all you are going to have is, one second. I should have been ready. All you are going to have is this piece of paper. So obviously this drawing is not going to fit on this piece of paper. All right? So you need to come up with a scale where, okay, so if I measure all the way across the state, I can come up with my own scale where I'm going to be able to size it on this paper. Okay, now, I just did one line there. You're going to have a few more lines and angles to do, but that's how you use the scale to do it. You're also going to need to be able to figure out some of the major cities within the state of Texas and place them on the map based on your scale. So, a major city in the state of Colorado is Denver, which is right here. All right? So I'm going to use my scale to figure out how far down that would be. So I go right here. Okay? It's 50 miles, so I'm going to measure from the top down. Oops, I need centimeters. and it is approximately 16 centimeters to the south. And then I also need to measure from here, and I would get approximately 35 centimeters from the east corner. So I could do that real quick. I'll do the math real quick. I'm going to use this scale, 11.5 centimeters over 50 miles equals, and I said this was 16 centimeters. So I could figure out how far that actually would be. So if I do that real quick, 50 times 16 equals 800. I divide by my 11.5. We use cross products. This is going to be approximately, again I'll put approximately because I'm rounding, 70 miles, and we're going south, okay? Now I also need to figure out this one, how far to the west it would be from the eastern border. So I know that it is 35, so I'm going to use the same scale, 11.5 centimeters equals 50 miles. Equivalent to what? I said this from here to here was 35 centimeters. So I'm going to cross multiply and divide. 50 times 35. And then I divide that by 11.5. And I get 152. And this is rounded again because it's a decimal. 152 miles. So I know the city of Denver is 70 miles from the northern border, and I know that it is 152 miles from the eastern border. Okay, now you're going to use this thought process to figure out how to create a scale drawing of the state of Texas on this piece of paper. Now, if you have further questions, make sure that you ask your teacher about it and we can give you some guidance moving forward. The most challenging part for you is going to be initially. You need to figure out, you're going to need to look up a map of Texas. And you're going to have to know how many miles this is, okay? And then you're going to have to create a scale, so you're going to have to scale it down. So let's say that I say that this is, how far did I say this was? 374 miles. This is 374 miles. So you could say on your map that you're creating here, every 50 miles is going to be 2 centimeters. So your scale might be 50 miles is equivalent to 2 centimeters. And see if that actually fits on your paper when you draw it. Okay, that should be a good start for you. If you have questions, ask your teacher. Read the directions on the bonus level, and good luck and have fun.